Sunny Boos and Nutty Trues. So we are here for another tutorial. As you guys seen, we are creating a chunky coat today. I did this little map out because I think it's the simplest way to explain what we are working with today. So we're going to begin with 2 front panels. Mine personally will be 11 inches by 17 inches. This is going from my neck down to my arm. It is oversized, so I did not stop it at my shoulder. It goes a bit further down my arm. This is going to be our pocket, the pocket flap, and the back panel. I calculated the length of the back panel by adding 2 front panels and a little space for my neck. And then it's going to obviously have to be the same height, so 17 inches as well. For this pattern, I'm going to be using a 7mm hook. And for the yarn, we're going to be using this braid big in color tan. So here's what it looks like. I've already created 1 front panel, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what that's looking like so far. This is not a standard stitch, it is a modified stitch, so I'm also going to go through that with you guys. So here is a look at the front panel. It's not all fitting in the camera, but this is a look at it. It looks like a granny stitch, but it is modified. Here is the pocket, and this is going to be 8 by 7. I did not share that in the draw up. And then this is the pocket flap, which is 7 by 2. Just so you have a visual idea of the difference between a regular granny stitch and the one I did, here is our standard. You can see there's a lot of holes. There's a bigger hole, actually. Not a lot of holes, the same amount of holes, but there's a bigger hole here compared to my stitch here. So there's a notable difference in the modification that I made. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that. Go ahead and grab your yarn and your 7mm hook. Create a slip knot and chain up to your desired length. So I'm personally making mine cropped because I love everything cropped. But you can make yours floor length, calf length, butt length, whatever you desire. Your chain just needs to be a multiple of 3. I'm going to go ahead and chain up 39. So here's my chain of 39. Into the 3rd chain from the hook, I'm going to create a double crochet. And for this tutorial, chain 2 does count as a stitch. Then from here, this is where you're going to see the chain. So in this tutorial, after you do 2 double crochets, you're going to go into this loop right here. I'm not even sure if it has a name. If it does, please comment down below and let me know. I love to learn. But you're gonna go into this loop right here. Look at my nails helping us out. So we're going to yarn over, insert into that loop as I showed, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 3, creating a half double crochet, like a floating half double crochet. Then you're going to skip 1 and go into the next chain and create a double crochet. And then into the next stitch, another double crochet. And we're going to do that same half double crochet thing we did here. So as you notice, the half double crochet replaced the chain stitch that would usually go here. So yarn over and into this loop here. We're going to insert a hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through all 3. Skip 1 chain, double crochet into the next 2. And again, another half double crochet into this loop here. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 3. So this is what we have so far. Our chain 2, double crochet, half double crochet, 2 double crochets, half double crochet, 2 double crochets, half double crochet. Skip 1, 2 double crochets into the next 2. Yarn over, insert your hook into that loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 3. Skip 1 double crochet into the next 2. Yarn over, insert your hook into that loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 3. This is what it's looking like so far. Again, skip 1 double crochet into the next 2. Insert your hook into that loop. Half double crochet, skip 1, double crochet into the next 2. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 3. So this is the basis of this entire coat. The coat is worked from left to right, not bottom to top. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the remainder of the row, and then I'll meet you guys at the end. So you should have ended off with 2 double crochets, and this is what it's looking like so far. So the modification of the half double crochet made it very less holey than you would get with a standard cluster stitch. So from the end of the row, we're going to chain up 3, which counts as a double crochet and a chain 1 space. Into this first space where the half double crochet is, so you're going to work around the half double crochet into the holes. Yarn over, insert 2 double crochets into that space, yarn over, create your half double crochet, and then again 2 double crochets into that space, yarn over, create your half double crochet, two double crochets into the next space, yarn over, insert your half double crochet. So this is the pattern for the entire jacket. I'm gonna go ahead and finish out the length of my front panel and meet you guys back here for the back panel. Remember, you're gonna create 2 front panels in total. So I realized I should have told you guys how to end off the second row. So you're going to do your last 2 double crochet clusters. You have double crochet spacing. And then you're gonna add 1 double crochet into the top of the chain 2 from the previous row. And that's all. So this one is just going to have 1 double crochet at the end of the row, and at the beginning of the row it had 3 chains. So you're going to chain up 2, which counts as a double crochet again, and then just add 1 more double crochet into that space, add a half double crochet space, and then 2 double crochets into the next space. Another half double crochet, like so. Then you're just, at the end of this, the third row, you're just going to add 2 double crochets into this space. And then you're going to chain up 3 and work it just the same as you did row 2. So I am checking in. I am 10 rows up. I have about 4 more rows to go. I'm about to go into class, but I do want to be able to work on my back panel while I'm in class. So once you finish your panels, obviously you're going to chain up 2, cut and pull up the loop and tighten. But for your back panel, you're literally going to start with the same chain amount, but you're going to work it for longer. So let me get my blueprint. Sorry, I'm back. So yeah, like I was saying, you're pretty much going to do the same amount of chains up as you did for your front panels. You're just going to work more rows. So for me, I am going to work, instead of 11 inches as I did for my front panel, I'm going to work 28 inches up. So it's going to be the exact same thing, just a bit longer. I've just finished off my back panel. I'm going to go ahead and chain 1, keep my yarn attached, and I'm going to work 2 single crochets into each row. So if I have a total of 35 rows, there should be a total of 70 single crochets at the top of the back panel and both of the front panels. I have just finished off the back panel, and for each panel you're going to do a row of single crochets onto the top. So normally we are working our stitches this way, which you're going to turn your work at a 90-degree angle and add 2 single crochets for each row. So if I have a total of 35 rows this way, when I turn my work to add 2 single crochets into each row, I should have a total of 70 single crochets along the top. You're going to do this for each panel, the 2 front panels and then your back panel. So chain 1 and begin single crocheting into each row. So this is where we are so far with our jacket. This panel is not connected yet, but you can see the row of single crochet that I worked along the top of the panel, leaving the bottom untouched. And then here is our second front panel. This one is already attached. And you can see I single crocheted together, which we will do together for this side. Getting ready to attach the front and the back panel together with the wrong side facing out. We're just going to single crochet them together across the row. Go ahead and chain 1 and single crochet across the row. So I am finishing off my last 2 single crochets from connecting the front and back panel. I'm gonna go ahead, chain up 2, cut off, then I'll show you guys what your product should be looking like so far. Here's our product right now. So we have attached both panels to the back. Now we're gonna get ready to create the armhole, basically attaching a portion of this part together, the sides together. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna use a single crochet. I won't talk through this portion, but I will show you. So here's what your sweater should look like so far with the wrong side facing out. This would be the wrong side facing out. And if we were to flip it right side facing out, it should look like this. Our next step is going to be single crocheting up along here, then beginning our sleeve. So I'm going to show you that in the next clip. This next portion is going to be just like how we attach the front panel to the back panel. As you can see, I have just completed the single crochet along the sides, attaching the front and back panel, but leaving room for your armhole or your sleeve. I'm gonna go ahead and stuff my yarn ball through the hole and flip our project right side out. I just prefer to do it this way so I'm not having a bunch of attaching and detaching of yarn. This is where we did our attaching. Right along here, we have our working yarn here. And then we have our armhole here. We're going to work the same stitch, but in rounds this time. We're going to chain up 2, double crochet into this same space, do our half double crochet spacing, double crochet into the next space, another double crochet, half double crochet spacing, again 2 double crochets into the next space, our half double crochet spacing, 2 double crochets into the next space, our half double crochet spacing, 2 double crochets into the next space, half double crochet spacing, 2 double crochets into the next space, half double crochet spacing, 2 double crochets into the next space, half double crochet spacing. Then you're going to get to your where you connected your front and back panel. We're going to do 2 double crochets into this stitch area. Honestly, I'm just going to fit it in however I can. Then a half double crochet spacing, then continue the same pattern into each stitch and each spacing around. You're pretty much going to complete this until you get your desired sleeve length, and then do the exact same process on the other side, where you begin at the bottom of your 2 panels, attach them with single crochets, then begin working your sleeve. I'll meet you when I finish both of my sleeves, and I'll show you how it should look. Just in case you've never worked clusters in a round, you're simply going to slip stitch to the top of your chain 2 from the beginning of the round, slip stitch into the top of the double crochet, and then instead of slip stitching into the half double crochet, you're going to slip stitch into the spacing. So not into the 2 loops, but into the spacing of the half double crochet. You're going to chain up 2, which counts as a double crochet, add 1 more double crochet, half double crochet spacing, then move along to your next space. 2 double crochets, half double crochet spacing.
Hey y'all, do not mind my nail. I literally cracked my real nail in half. But anyways, I feel like one of y'all put a hex on my nails. But anyways, this part is totally optional. You can opt to doing a straight arm sleeve and do no decreases. But I am going to show you guys how to do decreases if you choose to. So go ahead and do your first cluster. I've already worked up a total of 10 rows. I have 4 more to go. So I'm going to do my chain up 2, 1 double crochet, half double crochet spacing, Then in the next space, I'm going to do 1 double crochet. Then I'm going to start a double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the space, yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, pull through 2. So it's 1 full double crochet and a half double crochet in this space. In the next space, we're going to do another half double crochet. We're basically doing double crocheting 2 together. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. So you have a double crochet, half of a double crochet, and half of a double crochet. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. And that's going to count as 1 cluster. Then doing your half double crochet spacing. Then continue as you would, and then you can determine how many decreases you need in each row. I'm personally going to do 2 decreases for the next 4 rows. And that's how you'll decrease. Okay, so I just finished my 4 rows of decreases, and I'm going to show you guys how to complete a cuff. This is also optional. You can opt to just doing a straight arm. You can do just a decreased arm, no cuff. But if you'd like to do a cuff, you're going to slip stitch over into the top of the first double crochet, chain up 2, and complete 1 round of half double crochets. Just 1 complete round of half double crochets, and I'll meet you guys back when I am complete. I finished off my round of half double crochets. I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch into the top of the first half double crochet of that round, chain up 2, half double crochet into the next, into the very first, the same stitch basically. Then you're going to front post only half double crochet, half double crochet into the next, front post only half double crochet, half double crochet into the next. And you're going to complete that pattern around. So it's going to be half double crochet, front post only half double crochet, half double crochet, front post only half double crochet, half double crochet, front post only half double crochet for the entire round until you get your desired length of your cuff. I've completed 1 arm already here, so I've did a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of half double crochets for my cuff. And this is what it should look like when you are complete with the cuff portion of your sleeve. So this is the last point of the tutorial, and it is going to be the collar portion. Other than creating the collar, all you will need to do is sew on your pocket and clean up all your excess yarn. So go ahead and create yourself a slip knot. I'm personally going to start my collar off 2 spaces down. So 1, 2. And collars are really simple. I'm going to work them in half double crochets. So go ahead and chain up 2. Add 2 half double crochets into that space, and then 1 half double crochet all the way around until you get to your very last space, and you're going to put 2 here. Basically for collars, every start and ending point is going to have an increase of half double crochets. So now I'm getting to my last space. I've already inserted 1 half double crochet. So now add the second, chain 2, turn your work. Then you're going to add 2 half double crochets into the very first stitch from the previous round. Then half double crochet to the last stitch, and you're going to do an increase there as well. Now I'm at the end of this row, and I'm going to insert 2 half double crochets here. And your color will fold down like so. Continue working it around. I am currently missing out on class, so I will be back with you guys as soon as I finish my collar to show you guys what it's looking like. Here's the current view of our coat. You can see here is where I completed my decreases as well as my cuff, the collar, front panel, back panel, and again the other sleeve. I'm gonna go ahead and sew on my pocket. This is optional as well. I did a chain up of 21, then completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows of our modified cluster stitch. And then we have our flap here. I'm gonna go ahead, sew that on, and we got complete for this project. This has been a long recording over a course of 3 days, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. Quality over quantity, right?